Hi, I'm Gail Lindsay, and I'm in the Faculty of Health Science. I teach in the Collaborative Nursing program and also in the Masters of Health Science program. My research program has to do with narrative inquiry and arts-informed methods of inquiry, and I'm really committed to the idea that nurses and other students need to investigate how it is they construct their knowledge. And to do that in narrative inquiry and with arts-informed methods, we start by exploring our experience, and of course, since an experience has happened to us, time has moved on, so we bring everything we've learned since that happened to bear on our analysis of the situation. We learn from it, and we're able to make different choices and change our behavior and realize how our assumptions and beliefs influence what we know and therefore what we do. Narrative inquiry is very relationship-based. So what we're inquiring into is how our own individual histories and experiences and the world experience or the social experience interact. We shape the world shapes us, and we have choices about what we do based on the knowledge that is revealed through the kind of research that I do. So for example, I've been with a partner who we talked to neonatal intensive care nurses about their experience of end-of-life care with babies and their families. And through the process of sharing their stories, the nurses were able to hear how they approach families, what it's okay to ask, how colleagues with more experience approach such difficult situations, and they were able to learn from one another, as well as through our presentations and publications. We were able to share what it is that neonatal nurses do in the very exquisite suffering that goes on when a family is losing a child. I've also done research with another research partner where we asked mid to late career teachers what it is they have to tell the teachers that are coming after them, many of whom are part-time, many of whom don't have teaching experience, they're expert clinicians. And what happened was, through arts-informed methods, we explored their experience of being a teacher, and by the end they were able to write letters to young teachers, and we took that as our evidence and findings of the research about what it is we had to share with young teachers. One of the nursing theorists, Margaret Newman, has a model for research that's very congruent with the narrative inquiry that I do. And she talks about looking at the patterns of people's lives, and once they're aware of their patterns, they're able to make choices about how they want to be in the world, and they have information about the meaning of their life events. And I bring the same thing to the classroom. I invite the students to explore their experience using a variety of both written, spoken, and arts-informed activities, and we look at what is our life experience relevant to the topic we're dealing with. So if it's a nursing knowledge course, we talk about how people come to know, how their assumptions frame how they see the world works. If it's a leadership course, we talk about where does leadership come from in your life in terms of how you were parented, or how you are at work, or how comfortable you feel in yourself to be a leader even if you don't have a formal leadership role. So looking at patterns, looking at experience, and trying to understand what that means for the knowledge we take away from a course is embedded in every course that I develop and teach. One of the things that I deeply value about my research is that it looks at the human experience of daily life and how we can learn from it. This is not the dominant paradigm in research, nor is it the traditional paradigm. So I think there's something to be said for supporting work that looks at people's experience, their lived experience, looks at how they learn and how they construct knowledge. We need multi-methods and multi-processes in our research, and I really think it's important that new and young researchers who are looking at qualitative methods for knowledge construction are supported and mentored. I have found doing research in partnerships, either with one other researcher or small groups of researchers, is an excellent way to feel supported, particularly when you're not in the dominant paradigm. So I wish you well.